NHDelta, how the product works. NHDelta key facts. NHDelta is a technology that improves nitrogen use efficiency by stabilizing nitrogen in the optimal amine form, improved energy efficiency in nitrogen uptake and protein conversion, altering plant growth habit through the moderation of auxins and promotion of cytokinins, from root development, to maximize the yield to plant biomass ratio and maintain healthy plant structure, reduced environmental losses of nitrogen, available in combination with essential elements calcium, potassium, iron or magnesium to enhance plant health. Importance of nitrogen to plants. Plants require nitrogen to survive and thrive. To maximize yield, nitrogen needs to be applied as a nutrient supplement, as a fertilizer. Plants require high levels of nitrogen in leaf tissue for optimal growth. Nitrogen is essential for chlorophyll production, photosynthesis, for the production of essential amino acids and proteins, particularly important in cellular structures. NHDelta energy uptake efficiency. NHDelta provides nitrogen in an amine form, ready for immediate plant assimilation and use. NHDelta is taken up directly into the root system via ammonium ion transporters. Standard nitrate fertilizers are taken up by the low or high affinity transport systems, which requires 50% more energy from the plant. NHDelta requires only half the plant energy for root uptake compared to nitrates. NHDelta energy conversion efficiency. NHDelta formulations are highly efficient and very safe for foliar application. Uptake is directly via the leaf stomata. Low plant energy requirement. Nitrates cannot be taken up by the leaf, and foliar applications can cause phytotoxic, scorch, damage. Conversion of NHDelta nitrogen to amino acids is energy-free. Total improvement of energy efficiency. Uptake and conversion of NHDelta is theoretically a minimum of 12 times better compared to standard nitrate fertilizers. NHDelta winter wheat field trial. UK nitrogen efficiency field comparison. 4 spray program of NHDelta calcium. 20 liters per hectare total. Overall, NHDelta nitrogen is 30 times more efficient than nitrate nitrogen. Reduction of over 100 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare by using NHDelta compared to standard nitrogen. NHDelta car on strawberry. Increased photosynthesis. 3 spray program of NHDelta calcium. 5 liters per hectare. Increase in SPAD, 7%. NHDelta calcium on oilseed rape. More yield per plant. 3 applications of NHDelta calcium, 17.4% more yield, with 15 liters per hectare of NHDelta calcium, 15.9% more yield, with 6 liters per hectare of NHDelta calcium. NHDelta potassium on oilseed rape. More yield per plant. UK, 5 spray program of NHDelta potassium. 12.5 liters per hectare total. Increase in yield 12%. Only 1% increase in nitrogen, 10% less nitrogen required per ton yield. Early maturation with NHDelta on wheat, Hungary. Change in hormone balance. Plant development, total biomass and yield are controlled by the 2 main plant hormones auxin and cytokinin. Standard nitrate fertilizers stimulate plant growth through increased production of auxin hormones. This leads to apical dominance, reduced branching and tillering, weak stems, less flowering, and reduced yield compared to total biomass. NHDelta stimulates plant growth but rebalances the levels of auxin and cytokinin hormones. Consequently, healthier growth of roots with more tillers, more branching, thicker, stronger stems, greater number of flowers, grains, pods, seeds, and an improvement in yield compared to biomass. Change in hormone balance. NHDelta. Reduced nitrate fertilization, increased rooting via more cytokinins. Winter wheat, UK. Higher yields in stressful conditions. New Zealand, only 2 applications of NHDelta calcium, increase in yield 4%. New Zealand. High temperature, high UV, oilseed rape, UK. More biomass with NHDelta, increased plant weight by 31%, increased cob weight by 25%, more roots with NHDelta. More dry matter with NHDelta. NHDelta calcium applied 3 times. Foliar. 5 liters per hectare. Dry matter increased significantly by 8.25%. Environmental losses, the form of nitrogen applied, and a conversion between forms, leads to significant losses of applied nitrogen. Urea breaks down and volatilizes to ammonia gas, NH3, and is lost to the atmosphere. This is a major cause of environmental NOx emissions. Nitrate, NO3, cannot bind to the soil and is rapidly lost to soil water, causing pollution of rivers, lakes and seas. Typically, up to 30 to 60% of standard type nitrogen applied to crops can be lost and not used by the crop. NHDelta, preventing environmental loss. NHDelta technology is a process that reacts NH2 with a nutrient metal, preventing urease and bacterial nitrification. NHDelta alters the charge on the NH2 molecule, allowing it to bind to soil cation exchange sites. Staying in plant rooting zone for long-lasting plant bioavailability, prevents volatilization as NH3 or leaching as NO3. The majority of NHDelta remains available to the plant through root or leaf uptake, resulting in greater use efficiency and less losses to the environment. Nitrification and denitrification process. Delta on wheat, rate reduction. NHDelta, efficiency and rate reduction. UK, NHDelta calcium applied 4 times. 5 liters per hectare. Yield increased significantly by 6% and 2%. Nitrogen use decreased by 20%. NHDelta 25% more efficient than nitrate. Less nitrate content in tomato with NHDelta. More yield with NHDelta. And 30% less standard nitrate fertilization. Nitrate content in fruit decreased significantly by 10%. Less nitrate content in fruit and vegetable is healthier. More yield with NHDelta and less nitrate fertilization. Yield increased significantly by 13.71% with NHDelta and 30% less standard nitrate fertilization. More pepper yield with NHDelta. Pepper yield increased significantly by 12% with NHDelta calcium. NHDelta. Summary: NHDelta technology stabilizes nitrogen in the amine NH2 form, prevents bacterial degradation in the soil. NHDelta is fully bioavailable to the crop, better root growth, and better root function through cytokinin type development. Higher yielding plants. NHDelta reduces environmental impact to air and water systems. Lower application rates of nitrogen for sustainable agriculture. Greater efficiency in high stress conditions.